Hey everyone, Egman here, and with another video. This one's kind of just going to be like a short little rant. You already saw the title, but yeah, a lot of people have been talking about Senzu Bean. The price has been slowly going up, and it's simply a comment from the first set. Now it is I'm pretty sure it's a short printed comment from the first set, but it's a comment from the first set nonetheless. And people are wondering, like, the price is still going up. When I first started playing the game back almost a year ago, it was like $3.50 for it. But it's a super strong card, and I just want to talk about why I think it should be reprinted and kind of ways to go around it. And also, I kind of want to talk about why people might not want it to be reprinted and stuff like that. So first, a little bit of bias of someone who needed to buy another set of Senzu Bean because theirs got stolen, and now their cards are in FedEx purgatory because I put the wrong address on it. Anyways, so yeah, I immediately was like, man, this is probably the most expensive card. Besides, like, refilling my my collection of Senzu Beans was just as expensive of getting 2 Super Rare Gogetas, right? Like that kind of mentality of like, wow, just a common. But yeah, why is it so good? So one, I wanted to just go through DBS decks and go through like the last 3 events, and for 2 of the last 3 events, it has been the number 1. It has the most dominance of any card in the game. For 2 of the last American events, this is the PPG Orlando and also Nationals. North American Championship, but also in the Latin American Championships, it was not as high. But so, and I'm not sure if there's a difference in sets being released. I'm not 100% sure if Latin America is exactly the same as North America. I'm kind of behind on that, but it still was super used, of course. And any deck that could run blue was running it. So, and I think that just talks about how strong the deck is, or the card is, and just look at this card, right? It's good on offense and it's good on defense. If you're running blue, or if you're running cards, you really want to find room for Senzu Bean. It is one of the reasons that blue is one of the most dominant archetypes in the game right now, just because it gives you free energy, and that's always good. So yeah, I thought that was really important to show, like, yes, people do use Senzu Bean, and I feel like it's really necessary in a lot of decks. Like, I remember just even like the last couple months, whenever I was building decks, I'd always have 4 sleeves left over because those would be Senzu Beans that I was using in a different deck. So having it be more available for newer players and people who just need them in general, I think is something that should be addressed. And so and the other thing is, like, it's not like Bandai doesn't like to reprint stuff. Like, look at all the event packs, right? You have like Time Patrol Trunks and Mass Saiyan that were restricted to a expansion set that quickly skyrocketed to $50 because these 2 cards are in it, right? Or like the Joyful Strike Goku Black Rose, like just those cards, like they don't mind reprinting cards. This is the event pack 1. If you look back at the Nationals event pack 2, you'll also see, like, yeah, they're putting Gotens in there, or Preface of Recovery, like just a bunch of cards. A little side note, I find it really weird that they're reprinting event packs in other event packs. So if people can't get to events anyways, they're not going to be able to get these ones either because they have to go to events. But anyways, short aside. And it's not like they even if it was just a gold stamped card, like they gold stamped Flying Nimbus, and Flying Nimbus is, in my opinion, 100 times easier to get because it wasn't short printed. I don't think it was. I have like 100 Nimbuses, but I bought like 2 or 3 boxes of set 1, and I only got like I didn't even get a place that I needed to finish buying the rest. So there's that. And then also, like, look at some of these judge promos, right? Like they reprinted a super rare Bardock as a judge promo, right? Like it's crazy, right? Being able to just reprint a super rare like that. I think it's really powerful, and just shows, like, yeah, they don't have any like stigma against printing really powerful cards or set defining cards or anything like that. They just for whatever reason they haven't reprinted Bean, and I'm not sure why. Maybe they're saving it for something else. Something that I've found missing is they don't have tins yet, which is really suspect for a game that's entering its second year. A lot of like Yu-Gi-Oh for sure likes to give out their mega tins and stuff. So maybe that is in the future. They're just saving it for that. I don't know. I find it weird that they're not. They have this weird thing about extra cards too, where they don't like to give them the same treatment as battle cards. So maybe that's something about it too. But like they put tournament packs. They started putting tournament packs and dash packs. They started putting extra cards for the Dragon Balls too. So maybe we'll see something there. And then to address the people who aren't wanting to get the Senzu Beans reprinted, I think it has something to do with them getting burned in the past with reprints, and it's something that happens a lot in Yu-Gi-Oh! Just because I'd say that reprints run kind of rampant in that game. The game in general, Yu-Gi-Oh! The prices of cards are a lot more, and saying like a $10 for, or $40 for a playset of a really staple card is in other games is pretty low actually. It's nothing crazy. Like if we do like, what is it, Ash Blossom? Is that the card to know? Yeah, see, look, Ash Blossom is like 30 to $40 for one, and you need a playset of 3. Like that's $120 for a playset of a really important staple card. So it's not people aren't seeing that Senzu Bean is too high, but it definitely has risen over the last couple of months. And then the other thing is it really is people getting burned by that, because like let's look at Victory Strike right now, probably the most expensive card besides any of those like national promos. All right, Goku. Yeah, like these ones, right? Like $1,000 for them. Which I mean, I guess, right? But like, so there are these Victory Strike Goku, and the reason, so if you don't know why this thing's so powerful, is because it's the secret rare from a set that only got one printing, right? And the set was actually sold pretty well, but just because it was a really good secret rare, and it's probably the best secret rare in the game right now. But it's $200, and sure, like a lot of people are holding onto this card just because it's worth a lot of value. But let's say a couple months, Bandai's like, oh, by the way, we're making these new tins worth Victory Strike is one of the promos for it. Like everyone's like, oh shoot, cool. My $200 card turned into, how much is the tin? $20? Okay, now it's $10 now. Cool. All right, I just lost $180 because Bandai decided to make some more cardboard. So I could see why people do not like reprints, especially collectors who are trying to. They don't want just such a rapid and like out of nowhere drop in price of their cards. You can't predict it, and if you could predict it, like sure you can get some money while it's still high, but on the other hand, it's Bandai's in complete control of the market, whether they know it or not, right? Because they get to release the cards, they know the rarity, and they know how good they are, more or less. And so if they know, like, oh, there's this really good card, and we're going to short print it, then the price is going to go up. They get to decide how how common cards are and how powerful they are. So there's that. I think that's. I just want to do a quick sort of rant, just because the topic's been kind of floating around a bit. Once conclusion, I think it should be reprinted. I think it will be reprinted. I think maybe Bandai's waiting for something that's worth it, so you can drop enough. Like you can justify dropping like money for it. Like for example, if there's a tin and it comes with one of everything. Like I don't know, Bandai likes to do these event packs where they're just really, you only get one card, but there's a couple good cards in the card pool, so they'll probably just do that. Maybe event pack 3. I could see that too, but it will get reprinted, and hopefully it's not in a degenerate way, so that the price fluctuates appropriately for it. So anyways, that's it for me. Let me know what you guys think, and I will catch you guys next time.